What's going on, people? Mr. Annie here, back with the epicness that is Shokugeki no Soma chapter 110, entitled The Magician's Encore. I gotta go right into it, you know I do. Before I talk about anything else in this chapter, I have to talk about the Pate and the foodgasm it caused on those two girls helping Shinomiya set up his restaurant. That is legit a vagina. Those are like the tiniest panties I ever seen. And as a chef, don't get me wrong, I love to see like if like I have a girl over and I feed her something and she gives me that, that is so good. But to actually blow a girl's clothes off is an art within itself. Anyway, I digress. The pate de chard that Shinomiya made was flawless. Everybody thought it was delicious. He still thought there was room for improvement. And that's a pretty epic quality in a chef. Instead of just thinking that your dish is flawless and perfect, always know that there's room to improve. And I think that's what Soma's gonna learn in the chapters to come. What I do respect, at the end of the chapter, Shinomiya said, within a week working with me, you will find your specialty, but you just need to keep up. I have to say, overall this chapter was dope. It was a setup chapter, of course, but the reality of it is, you gotta give props to Shinomiya for opening a new restaurant, working on his old restaurant from the ground up with no help, no sponsors, no money. He's only using the money out of his own pocket. So pretty much the comedy in this chapter was that everybody thought they was coming to the restaurant to start cooking, but they actually got tied into a do-it-yourself project as far as building up the restaurant. The foundation, the ambiance comes from the dining room area. Then comes the food and then the drink. So that was pretty epic to see that Shinomiya, even though he is an epic chef, can still be humbled by reality. I thought that was pretty cool. Although, to say the least, this chapter was short. Let's be real, it was short. But it had great qualities. We got a foodgasm from two hot chicks. We met some people. We got a little taste and a different side of Shinomiya, a more laid back Shinomiya that wasn't really so arrogant as he was when we first met him. We got comedy, and we got, a nice setup. You can't lie, that's a great setup for Soma to grow. Now, what I'm hoping is that next week we get a peek at what someone else is doing. That would be epic for me. Overall, the chapter itself was pretty solid. The comedy was epic. To see Shinomiya's sous chef feel like so taken back that he was so like close to Soma, and like Soma was just like addressing him casually. That was pretty cool. Overall, great chapter of Shokugeki no Soma. Mr. Annie, Chef Annie the Sum. If you haven't done it yet, subscribe, like this video just because, comment and let me know your feelings on this week's chapter of Shokugeki no Soma. Peace.